Это страдал мой чувак.
What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to another Wasteland Wednesday. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the Bandit's headlight. Somebody recently asked me about it on Instagram, and I realized that I never actually made a video explaining how I made the faceplate headlight setup on the Bandit. Not only is it something that's super easy, but I want to show you guys how to do it yourself. So if you want to make a rat bike headlight setup like this, it's just a couple simple ingredients, things you could actually find on Amazon, and you yourself could have a really cool rat bike faceplate headlight whatchamajigger setup. The spotlights that I actually use for this setup are not that great. Everything in this video is gonna just kind of be a suggestion. You can shell out the money for a better LED spotlight or headlight. I'm gonna show you what I did, and then you can kind of go from there. As you can see, all I did was bolt together two license plates. I purposely made them a little bit larger than it was supposed to be so that I can round the edge off, drilled a hole so that I can attach it to just a basic headlight mount. Now, depending on the size of your fork will depend on exactly what size. Usually they come in a pretty big range. These you can find on Amazon anywhere from $10 up to $40, so it's really up to you how fancy you want to get here. What's nice about the headlight mounts that I had is that because they are just holes, I was able to also use it as a mounting bracket for an additional spotlight. I will warn you, if you want to ride this at night with just one or two of those spotlights, you're not going to be able to see anything. That's why I have this floodlight on here. One burned out, so I just ended up replacing it with a fuel gauge. I have a bunch of these old fuel gauges that I got at a swap meet, and I was too lazy to make a bracket for it, so I literally just zip tied it in place so I didn't have a hole in my faceplate. Once you have your license plates bent, attached to your headlight mounts, bolted together, you can distress them, you can paint them, you can kind of do whatever you want to them, make them look however you want. That's going to be your basic layout. You can kind of put spotlights wherever you want. It is a blank canvas for you to put whatever you want on there, make it your own. So basically for this build, you're going to need just a couple simple ingredients. You're going to need a couple of license plates, where you get them, how you get them. I'm not going to ask any questions, but obtain a few license plates. A lot of them already have the pre-drilled holes. You can kind of use those as guides if you want to. Mash those bad boys together, and then you can draw out your template and do whatever you want. So this is how the light's going to show up from Amazon. What I did was just remove this outer casing here, remove these two bolts on the side, save these bolts because they actually have a little bit of a silicone bead on the inside. That's going to save you at least a little bit of moisture from getting up to the inside of your light here. So once you get that bad mamma jamma out of its little cages, now you've got two little screw holes that are threaded so that you can make your own little brackets to install into the headlight. Cut out a hole, put that sucker right up in there. What I typically grab is an aluminum bar. This is obviously a piece of foam, but I like aluminum. It's really easy to work with. You can use steel if you want it to be super solid. You just bend it, drill a hole, have two L brackets coming off the side. And what's nice about having those two brackets on there, if you can kind of get what I'm talking about, is then you can angle it up and down if you want to. You can get a lot more fancy with your brackets if you want to. I was trying to do something really quick and really cheap. I probably already had some of the L brackets made sitting around from other failed projects. But yes, that is it. That is my whole headlight setup. Two license plates bolted together, then bolted to the super basic headlight mount that you can get anywhere for a couple of bucks. Even more basics, LED spotlights. I have had them burn out twice now. They can last anywhere from a couple of months to a couple of years. This one hasn't been burnt out at all. It's been fantastic. I mean, they might be repairable. Oh, see, this one's slightly different. They're changing them up on me, kids. I used to be able to screw this bulb off and you could actually see the circuits and whatnot on the inside. Oh well, I couldn't fix it anyway, I'm not smart enough. As far as actually getting the lights wired in, I would definitely suggest either getting a manual or finding on a forum a wiring diagram for your specific bike. Or, you know, just going at it and connecting wires until either a fuse blows or something works. That's typically what I do. You can get really funky with it. Start wiring in lights separately to different switches like I've done. It's a lot of fun when you have different little switches on your motorcycle. Hopefully you guys are staying entertained out there while you're in quarantine, while everybody's in this shelter in place. Maybe it'll give you an idea if you've got a project bike to switch up from that old boring round headlight to something very sketchy but looks super cool. All it takes is a little finesse. Thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate everyone's support as I come back to YouTube. Hope to keep up pumping them out. pumping them out. Yeah.